Don't you find it confusing? Why do so many people feel the need to make fun and judge others? This question came to my mind as I was scrolling through the internet, reading through sports gossip. You certainly don't know these celebrities. But why is it so easy for people to criticize them as if they've known them for years? Have you ever wondered why we, as humans, feel the need to judge and degrade others? Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Carl Jung. It's natural to compare yourself to others, whether they're family members, peers, or celebrities we see in the media. These comparisons serve as the foundation for your evaluation of yourself and others. But because of this, discrediting others can create a false sense of security and identity. And so judging others can sometimes give people a sense of prestige and superiority. But that's certainly not right. When it comes down to it, people are different. Whether you like it or not, no two people are exactly the same. You need to accept these differences and stop judging people for it. And in today's video, let's take a look at this touching story of a father and a doctor. You want to stick around to the end of this video to learn another key into untapping your potential. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories, motivational figures, comeback stories, and public speaking tips that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. A doctor arrived at the hospital in a hurry after being called for an emergency surgery. He answered the phone as soon as he could, changed his clothes, put on his shoes, and went straight to the surgery block. Upon entering the hallway of this block, he came across the boy's father, who was pacing the hall, looking obviously nervous and upset. Upon seeing him, the father suddenly yelled at the top of his lungs, "What took you so long to get to the hospital? Don't you know that my son's life's in danger? Don't you have any sense of urgency or responsibility? Come on, Doc. My son is dying, and I've been waiting for you for over an hour." The doctor calmly looked at the father, smiled, and said, "I'm very sorry, sir. I wasn't on duty in the hospital. Today's my day off, but I came as quickly as I could." Seeing that the father's face not softened, he continued, "When I got the call, I jumped in my car and practically ran all the way over here. I wish you could calm down so that I can finish my work. I'll do everything in my power to assist your son. So please, relax." "Calm down?" the father questioned. "You're telling me to calm down? What's the matter with you, huh? Suppose your son was dying. What if he were here right now? Would you calm down? What would you do if your son died? Or I was about to die while you waited for the doctor? How would you feel?" As his voice grew louder and louder and echoed throughout the hallway, the doctor could only calmly look at the father. He smiled once more and said, "We will do our best, sir. You should also pray for your son's health. By God's grace, we will do everything in our power." "That's easy for you to say," yelled the enraged father. But the father moved out of his way and the doctor entered the surgery block. In the operation room, the doctor realized this was not going to be an easy task. He called in a few more assistants to help out with the surgery. After several hours, it was over. The doctor came out with a smile of relief on his face. "Thank God. Your son's going to be okay. It won't take long before he wakes up and recovers. Please ask the nurse if you have any other questions. I'll be back by tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful day, and I'm so glad your son is okay." Hastily taking off his gloves, the doctor continued on his way without waiting for the father's response. As the doctor walked away, the father approached the nurse and complained, "I have never in my life ever met such an arrogant doctor. He couldn't wait a few moments for me to ask about my son's current condition." When the nurse turned to face the father, he was surprised to see her crying. And in a sad tone, she replied, "Sir, his son was killed in a car accident yesterday. He was attending his funeral today when he got the call about your son." The father was speechless and in disbelief as he looked at the nurse. He just left to finish his son's burial after saving your son's life. You should think twice before getting so angry at someone the next time. The father couldn't believe it. He just stood there in shock, but came to realize an important lesson: that judging a person does not define who they are. It defines who you are. Did you know the less judging you can do, the better off you will be? Yeah, it's a sad and unavoidable thing to frequently judge others without even realizing it. You can claim to judge others for many reasons. Maybe it's because you lack information about them, or maybe the differences in yourselves scares you. Or perhaps it's because you're having a hard time accepting the facts. Or maybe because appearances can be too deceptive. Now, there are circumstances where judging is necessary and important. I don't discredit that at all. But have you noticed people rarely recognize their own errors, preferring to point out those of others? When you judge others, ask yourself why you are doing so. Have you never been mistaken before? You don't know who I am, and I don't know who you are. And that's the unfortunate reality. And as much as you would love to get to know each and every one of the people around you, you will never truly know a person's full story. And even if you do, you may not know the whole circumstance around the situation. You'll never understand or experience it the way they did. It'll never be the same. Not only is it important to respect a person's privacy, but you shouldn't judge them if they decide not to share their story. Each person is different. What is normal for some might be rude or disrespectful to others. What is easy for some can be hard to attain for others. And this is especially true when people come from different cultures. Even differences in family upbringing can also contribute to such misunderstanding and judgment. Remember, compassion strengthens you. Being less judgmental allows you to get to know each other authentically. So instead of leading with your head, lead with your heart. Everyone has a story. Everyone has different shoes. And if you truly want to get to know about them, put yourself in their shoes and walk a mile in them. Keep in mind, before you assume, learn. Before you judge, understand. Before you hurt, feel. And before you say, think. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories on a consistent basis? Do me a favor and support the channel by sharing, commenting below, and please make sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest updates. Soon, you will be on your way to feeling inspired.